I want to talk about something that I have called step zero. And the reason why I call it step zero is because it's not it's not a real step per se. So everything that I've laid out, it's like, okay, you do this. And now here's the next phase and the next phase. But step zero is a little bit different where it never really ends. Step zero is really about pushing past the excuses. So it's being able to recognize what excuses are actually keeping you in this toxic environment in the first place. And then two, it's the active fighting against it and saying, okay, yes, these are my excuses, but I'm not going to let these excuses pull me back from what I know I need to do for my well-being, whether that be emotional, physical, or, just mental, whatever, spiritual, all of it, whatever is conducive for my growth. And so that I don't experience abuse, or I don't have anyone taking away my autonomy, I have to say, these aren't good enough, right? And so it sounds like it's really, really easy to do. I would say that it was simple, not so much easy. So I've laid out the steps and it's fairly simply put, but to go through with it can be challenging. But it is possible. I'm proof of it. I'm continual proof of it because the work doesn't stop after you get out of your toxic environment. There's things like being able to heal from your past experience and then being able to move past and even thrive so that none of what you've dealt with goes with you to your next season. And, I'll talk about that in some later videos. So I want to address a piece of this that I think is very core. Here's my last point. What really makes this hard, I can sum this up in a word. The reason why, if you receive nothing else from this video, pay attention to this point. The real reason why you don't leave, I can sum it up in a word. I'm willing to bet money that your answer is fear, right? Just general fear. Fear of the future. What's going to happen next after I leave here? Fear of what people might think about you, or what they might say about you behind your back. Maybe it's fear of hurting or offending people, so there's all this stuff in your head like, where will I go? What will they do? What's going to happen to my friends? What's going to happen to my community? What is, if you're in a relationship, what is he or she going to do now? Like who, or, just so much, right? Or something that I know that I have to actively fight all the time is, well, what if they don't understand what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like, what if people don't understand? Because it's you against this environment. And if this is not necessarily like a relationship, but it's more so like a group, a group of people. So one of the things for me was because I am, I'm a Christian, and so I remember having to transition out of that. I'm no longer going to be with this church because I see all of the problems and issues and things aren't going right here. So, what, like, will the people that I have developed relationships with here in this place understand what it is that I'm doing? So, and there's a whole other piece that I will not include in this video, but another video that I'll end up putting out will talk about things like gaslighting and manipulation, because that's where the stuff comes from. It's some of that after stuff, right? So we can't control what people think or how they feel about what it is we're doing, or the decisions that we make. I think another in lieu of that point, also what's hard is that when you're trying to speak on your truth and you want to tell somebody something, sometimes you don't have the supporters. You actually have someone who's more in support of, the other person or people than they do you. You know what I mean? And it's just like, wait, like, don't you know me? Like, how, why are you taking their side, you know? And so that's a whole nother battle, but I wanted to just stop there and just provide this for you, the viewer, and just lay out these steps. So I hope that this is helpful. If you'd like to really delve more into this information, definitely reach out to me. I'm always looking to help folks out and to navigate these different things. And so, yeah, that's it for today. But hopefully, this was helpful, and I will catch you next time.